What's up, y'all, and welcome back to Found Bytes, a game review series. My name is Brian, and I'll be your host. If you don't know about us, we're all about testing and finding small, high-quality video games. And this week is another Tales and Sales episode, where we do a quick rundown of some first impressions for 5 small games, and then highlight some games from our discussion catalog that are currently on sale on major platforms. And without further ado, let's get into some games here, and starting with Blasphemous 2. This is available on PC and all major consoles. I've put in, at this point, maybe 6 or 7 hours. I'm chipping away with this game on PS5. So this is a sequel to the famed 2D Souls-like Metroidvania game, Blasphemous, that is a masterclass in this subgenre or style or whatever you want to call it. Really challenging combat, really good bosses, scale is a big thing in this game. You will die a lot playing it. Enemy placement is along the lines of the Mega Man series, so once again, masterclass. What's different about this game? There are more weapons that you can use and some power-up options and different ways to upgrade your character. Really beautiful 2D pixelation. There's heavy religious subtext all over this. Your character is like this penitent one, and it's all about suffering and being absolved of sin and all that stuff. This is made by a small Spanish studio. They have great music that goes along with this. Really, really great stuff out of this. I know it's a sequel, but if you haven't played the first one, definitely play the first one. We're not going to cover it on this podcast because it's definitely a longer game and it's definitely more well-known, but definitely put this on your radar if you're a 2D Souls-like Metroidvania fan. Get in the first one. If you beat that, the sequel is just as good. Next up is a game called Saga of the Moon Priestess. This is available on PC and all major consoles. I put in about 2 hours into this game on PS5. It's a pretty basic top-down action-adventure game. It's very much Zelda Link to the Past, a cross between Trigger Witch, which we've talked about, and Eichenfell. Both of those games were episodes on the podcast, so a mashup with them. Very simple, kind of Game Boy Color or advanced type graphics. It's like a dungeon crawler. It's only like $6. It's definitely worth a try. In my opinion, it's a bit slow and clunky, especially the weapon that you use is a spear. I don't know if I'll get back to it, but I was definitely hoping that it would be a little more unique. So maybe I'll sink some more time into that and see if that is the case. Next up is a game called Ruiner. This is available on PC and all major consoles. I put in about 2 hours into this game on PS5. It's a really strange setup here. It's like a top-down twin-stick action RPG, but it has this cyberpunk futuristic feel to it, almost along the lines of the game that we talked about, Foreclosed. Very similar in theme and setting and things going on like that. It's a weird mashup between like these Hotline Miami like action levels where you're constantly swapping weapons or getting powers or powering up your health or things like that. And then in between these, it swaps to like almost like a mini sandbox map akin to like a full area of one of the cities in Jack Move where you're walking around the screen and you can kind of see the map. There are a lot of NPCs and quests and even shops in these areas. So it's a really interesting mix. I'm intrigued to play more. Again, only put in 2 hours, but liking what I'm seeing so far. Next up is a game called Creepy Tale. This is available on PC, Mac, Xbox One, and Switch. This game, I don't believe, is on PlayStation, although there are a bunch of different sequels or ports, and I did see some of them, but not the first one on PlayStation. I put in between 1 and 2 hours on Switch with this game. It's kind of like this 2D adventure horror game. It's pretty slow moving, like you're picking up items and you're using them to solve puzzles, but it's a little terrifying. Like the art is a bit terrifying. It's almost uncanny. The characters, the way that they look, a bit uncomfortable just visually to look at it. And when you're trying to solve puzzles, a lot of the times it's like tense timing. Like you have to quickly, open this door or solve like a lock key puzzle while there's a monster like clearly walking right at you. And it's very matter-of-factly with like how you die so quickly. Like as soon as it comes, it's like you're automatically dead. It's really not my type of game. If you're into these kind of scary, simple puzzle games, you might be into it, but I don't think I'm going to continue with this. And finally up is a game called Roki. This is available on PC and all major consoles. I put in about 2 hours with this on PS5. It's kind of a 3D adventure game. It's very cel-shaded, but it has this wintry setting. and I believe it's in Scandinavia, somewhere in Scandinavia. There's a lot of Scandinavian words. I don't know if they're Finnish or whatnot, but this game plays a lot with Norse mythology, and it uses some words in kind of the everyday language between the characters. It's an interesting cross between the mythos of Norse mythology and like this fairy tale kind of aesthetic, but it's really dark. It's like a dark adventure. So far, it's a bit slow paced. Some interesting things have happened, which are things that I might want to get to the bottom of, but it's a little clunky. I feel like there's too much text, or the text is coming up too slowly at times, but I do think there is something here, so I'm definitely going to try to give it more time. As I've been playing more of it, it's definitely seeming more interesting, so I may check it out even deeper. All right, let's talk about some sales. And let's start. There is a big PSN sale for PlayStation Indies, and that is going until February 21st, so about a week-ish from publishing of this episode. And so let's get into some of the games in that sale on PlayStation, starting with Chants of Sennaar. That is on sale for $15.99. We did an episode on that. Great language puzzle game. Really nice to play with a friend. Hat in Time is on sale for $14.99. Excellent 3D platformer, rivals Super Mario Odyssey for, at this point, a quarter of the price. Definitely worth it. Dicey Dungeons is on sale for $7.49. That is a great, addictive, dungeon crawling, roguelike game. Really good stuff. Nocturnal is on sale for $13.99. Time Spinner, our first episode, is on sale for $11.99. Trigger Witch is on sale for $5.99. That's a great price for a Link to the Past-like game, top-down adventure, but with guns. Really nice sort of mashup there. Jack Move is on sale for $12.99 on PSN. The Life and Suffering of Sir Brant, or Sir Brante, is on sale for $9.99 on PlayStation. That is an interesting adventure game, definitely set in a very dark alternate universe. Interesting game, interesting setting, definitely check that out. Black Book is on sale for $9.99. Black Book is a great game, really hidden gem. It's all about like Slavic lore and mythos and all kinds of words like that about witchcraft. Really cool, really dark role-playing game there, really like that. Wildfire is on sale for $5.99. That's a great game we did an episode of a while back. Kind of this 2D stealth pixelated game. Really cool stuff there. Merchant of the Skies is on sale for $8.24 on PSN. Jotun, one of our recent episodes, and a game that's been out for quite a while, is on sale for $3.74. That is a great price for a really nice Norse adventure game. And Dread Nautical is on sale for $6.79. It's a game I don't see on sale very often, but we talked about, that was one of our very early episodes. It's kind of like this oddball, top-down tactical role-playing game that's kind of like a roguelite, but really interesting. Love the crafting system in there and the exploration. Now let's move on to Steam sales. And right now I believe there is a Let's Play Together Fest or something like that going on. I stopped going onto Steam and looking at specials. I'm going to SteamDB. Everyone who I know plays on Steam has better options for finding things on sale than actually going to Steam. So I've been at SteamDB, and there's a couple games on sale that we've talked about. One of which is Hat in Time. That's on sale for $14.99, I believe, for the next 4 days. Unsighted is on sale on Steam for $9.99 for the next 4 days. Unsighted was a great kind of hidden gem, top-down role-playing game, action role-playing game with a really interesting mechanic with time, although it can be a little stressful at times. Transistor is on sale for $3.99 for the next 4 days on Steam. This is a steal. If you have not played Transistor, you absolutely have to. It's a great game by a great studio. Witchwood is on sale for $7.99 for the next 4 days. And Wildfire is also on sale on Steam for $5.99 for the next 4 days. And finally, let's wrap it up with Switch sales. So on the eShop, clicking Great Deals, these are some of the games we found in there, starting with Transistor, which is also on sale on Switch for $3.99 for the next 4 days. 8 Doors, which is a game we talked about a while back. Great, interesting 2D platform action game. That's on sale for $3.99 for the next 4 days. Golf Club Nostalgia, formerly known as Golf Club Wasteland, is on sale for $1.99 for the next 18 days. So that's a really no-brainer buy. Excellent 2D platforming with golfing and a lot of storytelling there. Definitely worth it. And then some other games kind of in our catalog. Imp of the Sun. This is a game I'm back and forth about. I really like the concept. I like the boss mechanics. Didn't really have the consistency with the controls, but you might want to check it out. That's on sale on Switch for $4.99 for the next 10 days. And finally, the game we just talked about, Blasphemous 2, the sequel to the amazing 2D Souls-like Metroidvania. That is on sale for $20.09 for the next 3 days on Switch. Alright, that's going to wrap it up for this episode. Stay tuned for our next episode to see what new games we found for you.